Greetings, my excellent friends. We are underneath the House of Grief. The Sharans have departed. The majority have gone on to meet her, but we did let Viconia go out of perhaps a bit of sentimentality on my part, though realistically it doesn't make a lot of sense. Yes. She departed on her feet, slowly. I do wonder what a Baldur's Gate 4 will do. Because the inclusion of Minsk and Jaheira is a given, right? Like, whether they be as companions or cameos, NPCs, whatever they do with them. Capitalistically, you simply would not leave them out. But Viconia now has a potentially dead status on her, right? And Saravok has a potentially dead status on him. I feel like Saravok we can leave, but Viconia is in a strange spot. And then there's the Edwin question. Like, he's a human, he should be dead, but it is noteworthy that he's the other... Like, I would argue that he's more popular than Saravok was, but he's not in this game. And I did check. I was like, I want to know for sure whether he's in this game at all, and he isn't. I guess there's also Imoen, but she was never popular. She was just prolific. Because, yeah, those 6 are the ones that were that appeared in both Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Well, there were also the Enhanced Edition characters that appeared in both of them, but they don't count because they were made by the Enhanced Edition's developer, and thus were sort of shoehorned. But the original 6 that were in both were Minsk, Jaheira, Edwin, Viconia, Saravok, and Imoen, but nobody liked Imoen much. Imoen's weird. She's the main character's sister, and she was added into the first game so late that her voice acting wasn't... Like, it was taken from a different character or something. Like, she doesn't have any, like, personal lines when she talks. It's all in text. And that worked because Baldur's Gate 1, you know, was only partially voiced. But all of her, like, selection lines are just taken from some other concept. And then in the second game, I think the same thing happened, because they made her more integral to the story. Imoen gets kidnapped. And then halfway through the story, you get her back. But they'd originally planned not to give her back to you. I think they were going to kill her or turn her evil or something like that, I don't know. But again, very late in development, they were like, actually, let's just give her back. And so they did the same thing twice. It's a very weird character, because like the developers didn't care about her either. But unfortunately, she's your family. So because of that, they can't just disappear her. I don't know, it was weird. The whole Imoen thing is just weird. Anyway, I'm glad she's not in this, because no one would be happy to see her. Larian wouldn't be happy to see her. Anyway, Nocturne, hello. You're a Sharon, what are you doing in here?
Shadowheart? I wasn't sure if I'd ever lay eyes on you again. It's me, Nocturne. Do you remember?
You recall the memory Shadowheart recovered by eating the noble stalk. This must be the person she remembered.
I remember you, but you're different. Very different. I used to call you something else, didn't I?
You did. But that's not who I am now. I remember the other initiates used to tease you about your name. The one you chose to honor Lady Shar. They were attacking who you were. I never found it funny, but I wasn't quite sure why. Eventually, I realized it was because I wasn't happy with who I was. I couldn't keep going like that. But seeing how you fought on, I realized that I didn't have to. From then on, I was Nocturne. It wasn't easy, but everything started to make sense. I could breathe.
It's a beautiful name. Suits you well.
Thank you. Picked it myself. But enough of that. I can't believe you're back.
I've been trying to return here as long as I can remember, which admittedly doesn't amount to much.
They whispered it was a suicide mission. This search for the artifact you were sent on.
Are you aware we just killed everyone?
Some even thought it was the Mother Superior's plan alone, and not Lady Shah's intent.
It was.
But now it seems you've turned on both the Mother Superior and Lady Shah.
Okay, you are aware, that's good. I expect you'll have catching up to do.
Indeed. There must be all sorts of things you could tell me.
There are. But with the Mother Superior gone, I don't know if I can stay here to reminisce. Perhaps there's another enclave out there for me.
You don't need Shah.
You don't, perhaps. Not everyone is as brave. I'll leave come tomorrow. Come see me before then. I was working as quartermaster. I can sell you some things to aid you. And we can catch up.
That's interesting. No hostility. Why don't you get to see this demon dragon?
Greetings. Do you seek to trade? As Shadowheart's friend, I'll extend the privilege to you as well.
God, you don't have much, do you, lady? Oh, right, the mushroom. If the mushroom doesn't get eaten, what happens here? Because presumably Nocturne's still there. She's still perfectly nice.
Be sure to get everything you need. Come tomorrow, I'll be gone.
Stay
What path lies
tonight.
before me?
Fight the break
What's
of
in here?
dawn. Come tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone.
Bet I can crack that open.
I see, because the noble stalk has Shadowheart recall a male friend, and so that if you don't have that piece of information, then Nocturne is just Nocturne. Okay.
These jewels. Why do I remember these of all things? A
don't
gift
need-
from Soldanessula, Mother Superior said. Curious. I could never quite tell if she was proud of them or not.
Hey Nocturne, do you want something else? I got something else to sell you.
What do you seek?
Look at all these jewels.
Be sure to get everything you...
In service of the night. It has been years since Waterdeep, since Soldanessula. At last the trail has gone cold enough so that I may recommence Lady Shah's holy work. It is true that secrecy is the greatest shield of all, yet the sacrifices needed for this new beginning have been steep. It had better prove to be worth it. Baldur's Gate. It feels strange to be back in this place. So familiar, yet I cannot engage with it. I am like a living ghost, hidden and watching. Time has rushed past like an autumn storm. Lady Shah's church in Baldur's Gate grows steadily and in secret under my command. I have named it the Cloister of Sombre Embrace. The Night Singer's embrace is the final goal that we all crave. One day this place could even surpass what I created in Waterdeep. Yet by then it may not be mine to command. Lady Shah tells me that there is another, One I must pry from a foul Selûnite heritage and reshape to become darkness's champion. An audacious plan, but one that could cost me everything. I must stay resolute. I must find this child for Lady Shah. My spies have reported to me. The child has been found. A girl with hair of sheerest black. She will soon come of age and be lost to the moon bitch forever. But our plan is in motion. Under a cloak of darkness, the girl shall soon be ours. It's very interesting, the casting of Viconia in this game. And I don't mean the voice actor, I mean the role she's been cast into. Like, obviously, narratively, it makes perfect sense, but Viconia as a character is going to be completely different for you based on whether you've got history with Baldur's Gate or not. Because if you've come into it with 3, then you look at things through the lens of Shadowheart. You've got no reason to think about who the Mother Superior could be. She's just Shadowheart's evil boss. And you go there, you meet Shadowheart's evil boss, you kill Shadowheart's evil boss. Maybe, if you've picked up one of these 2 along the way, they might mention that they know her, and you'll be like, oh, that's interesting, but you won't think too hard about it. Or if you're paying attention, you might go, oh, does that mean you're from the old game too? Cool, still evil. Like, she won't mean much to you. But if you do, then you get an entirely different feel as you go through the Shadowheart quest of, oh god, it's Viconia, isn't it? Oh dear, it's going to be Viconia. Oh no. Like, and they make it work either way. Sad old lady energy. Well, yeah, Viconia is a strange character because all of the evil characters in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are pretty solidly bad, right? Like, in Baldur's Gate 2, there's only really 3 evil ones. You got Viconia, Edwin, and Corgan. Corgan is just a bloodthirsty dwarf who wants to kill. So he's easy enough to work with because, you know, he's just like a mercenary sort of thing. The first game had a dwarf mercenary as well, but he was less bloodthirsty and more money-thirsty. But either way, they were both very simple characters. Edwin's main issue is that he's an arrogant shit. And he's funny in that arrogance, but, you know, like, there's no sympathy for any of these people. Tsar and Montaron are awful as well. Like, but Viconia, you meet Viconia as the guest of honor in a lynch mob. Right? Because she's a drow. And the local populace are playing a game of Let's String Up the Drow. As far as introductions go, that is not an unsympathetic one. So you almost certainly would save her, right? And then you can have her join you as a cleric, but she is evil. And you do come to learn that once she starts talking. But still... Doesn't that happen, like... I'm trying to remember, don't you have to save her in both games? I know you have to save her from... Yeah, no, it's the second game where she's getting hung. Or not hung, burned. Burned, I think. Yeah, they want to burn her on a stake. In the first one, she's being chased by a cop who wants to kill her. Yeah, a flaming fist officer who's trying to kill her. So every time they introduce you to Viconia, they sort of introduce her as a damsel in distress. And then you get to know her and you're like, actually, oh dear. And also, recruiting her into your party lowers your reputation because having a drow with you is not looked well upon by polite society. Okay, I'll just read to you the recruitment for Viconia in Baldur's Gate 1. She can be found in the northwest corner of an area where she's being chased by a Flaming Fist officer who wants to kill her. The party can choose to allow this or prevent it. If you charm the Flaming Fist officer and talk to him, which is... I assume that's something that most players won't do. Charm spell the officer and talk to him. It's the only way to talk to him. The Fist will say that Viconia is wanted for killing a farmer, his wife, and his children, and that the murder was especially brutal. So she will never tell you that. And the officer won't tell you that unless you cast a spell on him. So that's a detail that probably 99% of people will not get when they play Baldur's Gate 1. So if you learn that, sure, but you're not gonna learn that. What you're gonna learn is that she's being chased by the cops. Anyway. I think that's it up here, right? I suppose I wasn't as thorough as I could have been. There are bookshelves.
These are all about me. 40 years of my life, documented like I was some sort of specimen.
Years have passed, and still she refuses to be easily moulded into what Lady Shah wishes her to be. She questions my teachings, hesitates when she should be pitiless, and longs to venture the world like some guileless animal. So often her behaviour makes a mockery of the name she has adopted, Shadowheart. That Lady Shah believes that she shall one day become the perfect embodiment of her will makes my gorge rise. Have I not proven myself worthy? Did I not sacrifice everything in order to please the Night Singer? I had built something great in her honour, in Waterdeep. All gone now. Those who followed me have been embraced, and I am left with owning a child of the Moonbitch's followers in Lady Shah's right hand. I will not give up. I will remake her, or I will break her. The Night Singer shall know who is her most loyal servant, one way or another. Sorry, 40 years of your life. Right, half-elf. You don't look it. A Sprinter's Guide to Goblins by Colin Morang. Let's talk goblinoids. Your standard goblin is well armoured and conniving, but while not the best strategists, they are deadly in bigger groups. Hobgoblins are where the species get disciplined. Smarter, stronger, and as mean as a bag of hedgehogs, hobgoblins are natural leaders for their kin. Bugbears are as tough as ogres, only shrewder, and they can be unnervingly quiet when they want to. Avoid these sleuthy bruisers. Me? Ha! I avoid them all, chum. And again, Astarian's 200, so...
I'll give it a shot.
There's also a mirror here. And how old's Jahira? Because she's the only one who gets the old jokes. And Minsk is an interesting case because you could count his age by how long he's been, you know, on the Earth, or you could subtract the time spent frozen. This is a log of interrogation notes detailing a Githyanki captive's torture over a number of days. The captive remains strong at first, but very gradually starts to slip and offer up information about the whereabouts of a mysterious artifact hidden away by Queen Blackith.
Part of the Sharon's preparations to seize the astral prism, no doubt.
Nocturne's journal. The earlier entries of this journal have been erased or heavily redacted before settling into a normal rhythm. I am Nocturne. I think as her. I see her when I look in the mirror. I can't remember the last time someone called me by the wrong name. Shadowheart has been swift to gently correct slips of the tongue, but even swifter in challenging those who'd use my forsworn name in malice. I'm lucky to have her as a friend. They took Shadowheart's memories again. More than they took before. But I know what to do now. I know she'll be frightened and that she won't remember much. Not even me. I can take her to our hideaway and remind her of herself. I'm getting better at it each time. I love seeing that look in her eyes when she finally remembers me. Why must the Mother Superior do this to her? Why must she grind her under heel like she does to no other? They're grooming her for a mission and will soon take away her memories again. I need to see her again while she still remembers me. I need to tell her to stay safe and that I'll see her again. It's been days and no word. Shadowheart and the others could be alive or dead. Even the Mother Superior does not seem to know. I'm sick with worry. I can't even bear to write anymore. She's only got half the elf. Well, it's Shadowheart too. I hope Nocturne didn't like any of these people.
After I moved something on the altar.
After we took something off the altar. Treasured in light, lost in dark. It's not much of a puzzle if the solution is steal something.
No keyhole. Must be another way in. Only a Patriarch's loss can open this door. What does that mean? Loss of status? Wealth? Ah!
I mean, I could lockpick it, but I would like to know what it means. Patriarch's loss. It intends the altar. Oh. Oh, that wasn't all of it. Hang on. That's good.
Have you met my hamster?
Have a 1,000. Wow. Alright, have another 1,000. Oh, that didn't do it. Are we done?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Reckons it's still
See what
locked.
this does. Can't slow down.
Have copper coins. Oh. The copper coins did it. That's weird. But okay. I don't think did I read all these? I think I read Crimes of the Moon Maiden, but I don't know that I read Lunar Dark Lies. Yeah. This scroll is filled with soothing, persuasive arguments, encouraging the sick at heart to turn themselves from Sehanine worship. The Moon Maiden, as the goddess is called, will whisper naught but lies. No problem solved, only a sense of fondness that is as cold as the lunar marina, seas of empty pale dust, and even that gradually fading for the worshipper. As an alternative, the scroll speaks of Shar, who whispers only truth. Her fondness is warm, unexpectedly so, for a goddess of darkness, grief, and nihilism. But why should that be unexpected? The sick at heart will find only succor and blessings in the embrace of she who understands them best and totally isn't an uncaring bitch. I have read those, yeah. We have been here, I just missed one book. Okay. What in hell's name is happening over there? Well, Chamber of Loss.
I see them. I see my parents. Gods, what's been done to them?
You're looking over here. I don't know that you're looking in the right spot. Captives of Shar. A ledger bearing the name of those incarcerated in the Chamber of Loss. Some are noted to have died. Treshglir, Githyanki, double guard at all times, deceased. Arnell and Emmeline Hallowleaf. Baron Alice Bormel, deceased. Unknown interloper, deceased. Well, I hope your parents are the Hallowleafs, because otherwise they're dead.
Let's have a look.
Considering the name sharing, I imagine it's them. Now, if she's a half-elf, does that mean we're going to have a human parent and an elf parent? Because if she's 40, that human parent is going to be very withered. But that elf parent is going to look pristine. Well, as pristine as you can when you've been a Sharn captive for a while. Oh, there's a decapitated Gith. Wonder if we can speak with dead them. No. Fucking profile pictures just...
The Githyanki had removed. They tortured her for... There's something in that debris.
They tortured her for information, then made sure the corpse couldn't help anyone else. Conspicuous rubble. Subject mapping results, Githyanki number 7. A log of interrogation notes detailing a Githyanki captive's torture over a number of days. The captive remains strong at first, but very gradually starts to slip and offer up information about the whereabouts of a mysterious artifact hidden away by Queen Blackith. Wow! The Lich Bitch is not going to be happy with you, mate. Then again, what do you care? You're dead. Can Blackith come at you when you're dead? She's like half a god, right? She purports herself to be one, whether or not she has the capabilities is... Oh, fuck! Daddy's got 82 health. Mum's got 6. I reckon Mum's the human, then. Oh, yeah. Huh. Well, he doesn't look that much better, but he does look better. The Yankees sure hope that Blackith can get you after death. This one doesn't. Can we explore around, or is Shadowheart going to force us into a chat? Actually, can we even? Yeah, we can. No, we can explore around. I was trying to figure out what this was, but I think it's actually, like, it's not some magical doorway, it's literally just a tunnel. I thought the mirror was, like, projecting some gateway to Sharon Hell or something. Baron Bormel's will. The last will and testament of Baron Alice Bormel, written in what looks like dried blood. It leaves all her worldly possessions to her beloved daughter, Vib Bormel. If she loved her that much, she could have given her a better name. You don't all have to join me. Well, the elemental didn't, but anyway. Alright. That's the chamber. There's the Mirror of Loss, and then there's the parents. Now let's speak to Emmeline. Well. Shared cutscene.
It can't be. Another vile trick.
You sound familiar.
No, there is no trick. It's her. Jennifer. Jen. Our little girl.
Moon Maiden's grace. It is you.
I'm here to get you out of here. They're all gone.
He sounds familiar as
It's over.
fuck. Talk again. He sounds like the Shadow client. What was his name?
It is not over.
47's brother.
You see, it matters not if you raise this place. If you slay every one of your brothers and sisters. That was never where my power resided. Every time you try to step away from me, every time you try to reach for Seluna, my hold on you bites deeper. If you had learned, if you had obeyed, there would be no pain. But you struggle on. You will make things worse for yourself. And for them.
John Hopkins. I thought that was the name of the hospital. Yeah. God, he's done a lot of video games. But only back to 2013. It's interesting. He was the bad guy in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and then yeah. He was Lucas Gray in Hitman. Yeah, no, that's what I picked. It's also in Horizon Zero Dawn. He wasn't anybody else in Baldur's Gate. He's just this guy. That interests me. Because you'd think with a cast of characters this big, they would reuse people a lot, but no. Well, anyway. Oh, that's a weird name. In 2024's Rise of the Ronin, which came out in March, John Hopkins played a character named Commodore Matthew Perry. Hang on. Rise of the Ronin came out 22 March this year. How long ago did Matthew Perry pass away? That was last year. Last October. Yeah, that wasn't recent at all. That's just weird. Oh, he was a real person. Well, anyway. Yeah, no, I just clicked that. I was like, oh, that guy existed. Okay. That makes it less weird, but also weirder from a different angle. Anyway, here's another weird... So I'm looking at this guy's list of credits. He was in Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 3. Then he was in Total War Warhammer 2. Then he was in Warhammer Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin, which are by 3 completely different developers. But the same intellectual property. Well, 2 different ones, I suppose, if you separate the fantasy from the 40,000. As different people each time. That's weird. God, he is also in Skull and Bones, the poor fucker. Anyway, he's doing well for himself. Just in the last year... And last year he was in Final Fantasy 16, Baldur's Gate 3, Skull and Bones, Rise of the Ronin, and Stellar Blade. Fucking hell. Getting a lot of work. Alright, anyway, Shar. You would learn if you would obey, there would be no pain, but you struggle on. You make things worse for yourself and them. Ignore her, Shadowheart. She's just trying to spite your victory.
Victory? Your victory is but a guttering candle in the dark. Temporary. Inconsequential.
Enough! I'm taking my parents away from here. I'm taking them away from you.
Good.
You cannot.
Oh.
We are still bound to you. You cannot both free us and free yourself from her curse. The Moon Maiden needs you more than she needs us. You are the future. You must return to the fold. We are the past. And our duty is almost done.
Eloquently put. His mind stood up well to his time here. The same cannot be said for your mother. Such brief, fragile lives humans lead. This is my final lesson. I leave you now to dwell on your mistakes and make your choice.
Shar's parting words make your flesh crawl. There is no lesson to be learned here, only a family's torment, a spiteful goddess's whims, and an unspeakable choice to be made.
She's gone. I don't understand.
Shah will never admit defeat. Not until she has stolen one last thing from you. We cannot allow your future to be her last prize. Not after all your mother and I have endured. To see you again. Your companion understands, I think. Help her, please. Help her see what must be done.
Free your parents or rid yourself of Shar's curse. What is with this fucking game and making these poor fuckers choose between their parents and themselves? At least Karlaks are dead. Like... Will, you can free yourself from your fucking demonic fate, or you can let your dad die. Or you can free your dad, but become a fucking devil slave forever. What does Shar's curse entail? Like, is she dooming herself for? Is it the same choice, or is it? Because if it's a lighter problem, then free the parents. Well, it's not our choice. You have to choose, Shadowheart. Free your parents or rid yourself of Shar's curse.
No, I can't. I came here for them.
And you did. You found us. All these years, that dream kept us going. That you would break free. No matter what they made you do to us, we knew you were still in there.
I knew the Dark Woods wouldn't frighten you. You were always such a brave girl.
She was, and still is. You've saved us. Now save yourself. You'll be out of Shah's reach, and we'll be at peace.
But I only just found you again after all this time. I can't lose you again.
We'll still be with you. By the Moon Maiden's grace, we'll never be far. Please, Jennifer.
You don't need me to tell you what is right.
Is this truly what you want?
It is what we need. All of us. You were meant to be a guiding light for Selûne's faithful, but they robbed you from us. Now that can be righted, and we can rest.
Help us, Jen. I can let go. Now I've seen your face again.
Goodbye.
Not goodbye. Not even close.
What are those? Oh, those.
Moonlets. They bring Selûne's light to dark places and offer guidance to those in need. My parents are watching over me. Let's leave this place. There's nothing more for me here.
What should I call you now? Shadowheart? Jennifer?
Shadowheart, still. I can't run away from who I was all this time. Besides, there's something fitting to it. Can't cast a shadow without some light.
Wow. We have finished a companion quest. She decided to end her parents' suffering by putting them to rest and entrusting their spirits to the care of Selûne. Don't think that's the one I would have picked. I think I would have taken hand pain over dead parents, but I don't like telling the companions what to do on their quest. At least in the first time through. letting them guide themselves is my usual way. Unless they're going to do something really, 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 really not good. Like, I don't think I'm going to let Astarion fuck himself up and become a super vampire, but... You know, everybody else can make their own choices because everybody else has a brain. Gale doesn't really, but anyway. The women can make their own choices. The women and maybe Will.
My parents. I saw them. Spoke to them. And let them go. It's more than I can take in just now. Give me a night to try and get my head together.
Gale goes boom. Ha ha. Yeah.
Ever will Shar try to twist bonds of love into chains of service. Shadowheart did not let her. I cannot presume to know her parents, or what they suffered. But I know that they were proud, in the end.
What we did might feel an evil thing, I know. But if Minsk was not saved from the cult, was used to hurt those who only meant to help him, I think that ending Minsk might have been a way of saving Minsk too. Yes, my friend?
It's very nuanced from him. But there's something else to look at in this room. Might not do much. Maybe this only matters if we're on the Shar path, but hopefully this isn't just a problem.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror. One used by the Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
This feels familiar to me somehow. I'm sure I've stood before this mirror before. Many times, perhaps.
I can give it one of my... Why would I... Okay, hang on. Let's... Quick save and see what happens.
The mirror's emptiness seems to draw you into a stupefying embrace.
Uh-oh.
Your thoughts, feelings, memories, they grow slow and drowsy, drifting away from each other. You must surrender some part of yourself. But what?
I can give her the forbidden knowledge of the Thayan tome. Oh, shit. This looks like stats. Strength, dex, con, int, wisdom, charisma. Let's lie to Shar's mirror. Shadowheart, you help me.
To your surprise, the false memory is accepted. It fades from your mind as easily as it was conjured forth. A foreign sensation assails you. For a moment, you do not feel like yourself. A jumble of memories clamor for your attention. They range from ancient to new, but none are yours. Whatever power lurks deeper in the recesses of the mirror has no interest in you. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated.
Did it give me something? That's true, I could give it the forbidden knowledge. I mean, I saved before I did it. Well, we do have the blessing, but I guess the forbidden knowledge is the only one that's being offered.
The huge mirror stares down at you like a great dark eye.
You have to pray to the mirror. Oh. I'm not very good at that.
Your prayers fade away into the nothing. The mirror's emptiness. You must surrender some part of yourself. But what? Something precious was surrendered. Already you cannot recall its exact nature, but you feel its loss all the same. Still though, for whatever was lost, something new shall be gained. You feel the presence of something ancient and unknowable. It has taken notice of you. It seems to be intrigued by you. Where once the mirror showed nothing, there is now something. Memories, experiences, skills, all prized from the minds of others, and now offered to you to choose from.
So this ups a stat. What are my stats? What? Is that meant to say Loth? I don't think that meant to say Loth. I think that's meant to say Lolth, then of Shar. And I also think that's Viconia, 100%. Do we still have that? Number 1 is Ketheric. Memories of strength from a long-dead general who marched under the banner of a vanished kingdom. Yeah. Yeah, but like, is this giving me +1? Like, do I want to get it to boost an odd? Stat. It's a +2. If it's a +2, I'll take the charisma then, yeah.
Adoring looks, spawning laughter, and nods of agreement to your constant companions. Is there anything a quick tongue and a warm smile cannot achieve? The memory fades away, yet it leaves its mark on your mind. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant.
Ah, that doesn't feel legal. That is... We still have the blessing, we just don't have the ghouls. Yeah, +2 charisma is definitely worth some ghouls. We can do it with the other characters. With a religion check, we can have them sacrifice stats. Hey Minsk, do you need your do you need your intelligence? Jaheira could probably lose some charisma, right? Oh, you could remove it. Ooh. Alright. We could do this with everybody. Like, we should bring Karlak for some strength.
Nature's servant awaits.
Really, yeah, Jaheira and Karlak would be the ones we'd really want to give this to. But they do need to make the religion check. Jaheira, you've got wisdom. You might be alright with the religion check.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror.
Never mind,
used
it's
by the
intelligence.
Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
Is she even able to get that DC? No. That's not good. Go with the bardic inspiration, but yeah.
Your prayers fade away into the nothing. The huge mirror stares down.
And then she can't pray.
Justice walks on 4 feet and sleeps.
Is that difficulty check climbing up?
A huge polished disc looms before you.
No.
A mirror, one used by the Sharons
well,
to plunder memories from the minds of others.
It's always going to be 25. Oh, I thought it was 20 for me. That's why I was like, did that go up?
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the Sharons to plunder memories from the minds of others.
Okay. That's still bad. We could be here a while. Let's see how it goes.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the Shar.
The bardic inspiration isn't
won't stop
working.
me yet.
No.
Yes?
The huge mirror stares down at you like a great dark
Ah, there it
eye.
is. Weirdly, I can do it again. I don't know why that's D12, but the one I was able to cast on her was D10. That would still be a no. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while, Stephen. Gotta be here for a bit. I don't know if anybody has those.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Oh, I already cast it and then saved. Yeah.
The work is never done.
The huge mirror stares down at you like a great dark eye.
Come on. Come on. There we go!
You feel a presence, dark and ancient. It approves of your fealty.
Yes, I was definitely not lying.
The
I am
mirror's
totally a
emptiness
shard
says You
worshipper.
must surrender some part of yourself. But what?
Let's not lie. Oh, that was the one. That was the difficulty 20 was the deception check. The kisses of the seduced. Yeah, Jahira doesn't need her charm.
Something precious was surrendered still though. A foreign sense. You embody a merchant, deep in mourning. His wife died and he cannot bear to go on. Only the House of Grief can help him. Whatever power lurks the dark mirror.
It didn't give her anything. So...
The huge mirror the mirrors. You must surrender some part of yourself.
Oh, so she can just do this forever because she can't be cursed. Strength, then.
You feel parts of your own being take flight from you. Is this what Shadowheart experienced when she surrendered her memories? Still though, for whatever you feel the presence of something ancient. It seems where once the mirror showed nothing,
There we
there's
go.
now something.
Give me
Memories,
Viconia's wisdom.
experiences,
Jahira will
skills,
love that.
Experience fills you. A lifetime in service of darkness. Yet, most curious, there is light there also. Adventures long past. Friends and companions remembered with a secret fondness. The memory fades away, yet it leaves its mark on your mind. The dark mirror seems to...
Sleep with one eye open, evil. Maybe both.
Minsk has the same. They all have 8 int. So in terms of like, I'm not going to do it with Shadowheart because even though it's her shit, actually she might have an easier time. I don't know. But I just don't want to spend forever on it, so I'd rather use it on my major party members.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Who says? Why?
Alright, we will let Shadowheart talk to the mirror then if she has a unique interaction, but we'll only grab Karlach from the other room.
Huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror. One used by the Sharans to plunder memories from
Oh, you
the
have
minds of
religion
others.
proficiency. Good. So he'll have a slightly less awful time with this. I didn't realize we could save right now. That was silly of me. I shouldn't have been loading from the way I was before. Anyway, you'll get it first try. You sure as shit didn't.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
Yeah, it is worth it. This is 100% worth it. It's annoying, but it's worth it to have my... You know, because presumably my final party will be Karlach, Jaheira, Minsk. So I don't think there's anyone else I'd bring along. We won't be using Gale again, even though he'd have a decent time with this check. We'll only be using Will and Astarion for their personal quests. Lae'zel a little bit as well. That's our next stop, by the way. I think I said it somewhere, but we will be going to take on Orin to get Lae'zel back, and then after that we'll have our trio of companion-y stuff. Well, Lae'zel and Raphael aren't as well connected.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
There we go. Well done, Minsk.
You feel a presence, dark and ain't the mirrors empty. You must surrender some part of yourself.
Minsk, you should give up your brain.
Something precious was surrendered. Still though, you feel the presence. It seemed where once the mirror showed nothing, there is now something.
So Minsk wants
Memories,
Dex, doesn't he?
experiences, skills, all prized from the minds of others.
It is both correct and also annoying that Minsk
from.
isn't a strength character in this game, because he can't be, because he's a ranger and that's just how it works. But it also just feels wrong for Minsk not to just be this big. Like, I always think that the biggest tragedy of the whole Minsk thing is that he was a ranger in the first place. I get that he's a ranger because of Boo, but you don't necessarily need him to be a ranger to have an animal. Could have just had him back in Baldur's Gate 1 be a fucking barbarian with a hamster. That's what he always should have been. In this case it works, because we're not duplicating with Karlach, but it is still a very strange... It's just strange that it ended up this way. Memories of a seasoned thief's most daring exploits.
You escape across the rooftops of Baldur's Gate with the sure-footedness of a cat. The jingle of stolen gold and the fading cries of the city watch are music to your ears. The memory fades away, yet you feel its influence linger in your body. The dark mirror seems to turn
Intelligence is reduced by 2.
What's next, I wonder?
Now, I don't know if Shadowheart needs help, so let's see what her stuff is.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one that was used to wrest your memories from you.
Selune religion. Does that help? Nope. No, it most assuredly fucking doesn't. Yeah, just do number 1. That's what I thought.
With so much of your mind already surrendered to the mirror, you have nothing to offer.
Ha!
A sorry outcome. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant.
So she just isn't allowed to get a buff. That's funny. Okay.
I've got a long road ahead.
Now, you need time, right?
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
What about the memories that were taken from you?
Most are lost forever. Some may creep back into my mind if I encounter anything that helps clear the fog. Then there's what Shah did restore to me. Memories of pain, suffering, both my own and what I inflicted. It's overwhelming. Like a lifetime's worth of nightmares unleashed all at once upon waking. I can barely untangle one moment from another, not that I even want to. I just know that my heart sinks if I let my thoughts wander to them.
What about us? Do you remember all we've been through?
Of course. From the first time I laid eyes on you right until now. That's all safe. I wouldn't surrender even a moment of it.
They'll fade with time. They always do.
Perhaps. But in the meanwhile, I'll just have to find a way to live with them.
Shar did that for no other purpose than sheer spite.
Shah seeks to break people. To fill their lives with despair so that they will turn to her for relief. Perhaps she thought this would lead me back to her in time. But it won't. I fought too hard to win my freedom. I will not give it up again, no matter how much it hurts.
When we go after Orin, is there any party changes? Like, Karlak, Jahira, Minsk was my intended. We could bring Minthara, but I'm not convinced she'll actually have much to do with Orin. She doesn't like her, but I don't know that Halsin and Minthara get very much.
Best be on my way.
Yeah, but does it have an effect is my question. Because we could bring Minthara instead of Minsk, but it's... I don't know.
A cruel task fell to Shadowheart. But she did as her parents wished. She has my eternal respect. And I hope she soon finds peace.
It might be our last chance to use her, though, like... With the flying and everything. I haven't really set her up recently, though.
Make sure you are refreshed before we set out again, friend. The road to justice is paved with kicked buttocks.
Something's on my mind.
Killing one's parents can be an important rite of passage. A usurpation of their place in society. Shadowheart may not have gained status from her parents' death, but she has freed herself from Shah's influence. There is comfort in that.
Right.
Shadowheart's memories will be a heavy load for her to carry. But her suffering is over, and so is her parents'. I hope she finds comfort in that.
Volo, why are you still here?
Whatever happens next, be sure that I will document it all as accurately as possible.
Ah, to profit from us. Right.
What Shadowheart did for her parents was a profound act of love. Her courage is... well, it's quite something to behold.
You didn't behold shit, you were hanging out in the tavern.
Shadowheart's parents are at peace. And so she, it seems.
Why does he have non-lethal damage toggled on? Actually, I think he was with us when we got Minsk. And then we got rid of him before we toggled it off.
I'm so glad Shadowheart's ordeal is over. It'll be a long time before she'll come to terms with all this. But at least now, she can start. Free of Shah. You know, I'm up for it, but your party's a little full. Now we're talking.
She's back.
Every kicked buttock, another step on the path.
Give her your money.
Is that blood?
Now, I assume Shadowheart will have words for us when...
Let me guess, you need something.
Another day, another dungeon.
we long rest next.
Ahead.
But before all that, Karlach.
Let's get going.
I must inspire you. What's your intelligence? Is it 8 as well? God, everybody's just equally dumb. It's actually, like, it is notably a very underrepresented attribute in this game. And in 5e, I guess, because, I guess artificers, but wizard or bust, right? Like, every other caster uses a different attribute, and of course all of the more martial ones use the more martial ones. Like, intelligence is just dunked.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
Now, this bonus does in fact suck quite a bit. We don't have the proficiency. So, with a bonus of 13, we're going to need to clear 12. And that's if the bardic roll is good. We need the guidance roll and the bardic roll to both be good. If we get a bonus of like 2 from each... yeah. So this we've saved. This will take as long as it takes. Jesus, that's close. Yeah, okay, so we've got a 5% chance of not having to worry about anything, but otherwise we need to get 3 good rolls. Yeah, intelligence and wisdom, yeah, like the separation between intelligence and wisdom is like not to be understated. Intelligence is not very social, it's not very intelligence is like, how does the do you know how to build the machine? Do you know how to operate the machine? Do you know how to fire the weapon such that it lands exactly where you want it to?
A huge polished
Wisdom is, do you know whether or not you should be firing it right now? Do you know the potential consequences of using this thing? You want the wise people in positions of leadership. You want the smart people in positions of innovation. I just don't think religion should be an intelligence check, really. But I guess it's meant to be religious knowledge. The problem is, I think, you know, there are situations in which the religion skill should relate to religious knowledge, like what do you know? And there are places where the religion skill should be something a cleric is good at. Right? But clerics have int as a dump stat too. So it's an awkwardly placed skill.
A huge polished disc looms before you.
Why are wizards suited to this and clerics
one
not?
used by
That's
the
a mistake.
Sharons to plunder memories
That's
from the minds of
an
others.
issue. We got good bonuses there, but fucking still not enough. But we really want this one. Like, this one's more important than the Minsk one or the Jahira one to me. Getting Karlak to strength 22, I mean... We want our beast girlfriend.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the Sharons to plunder memories from the minds of others.
Is it really? Well, this will be the one. This will be the one. This fucking. To translate that, it was, I am displeased with this turn of events.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the Sharons to plunder memories from the minds of others.
10? What even was that? Okay. And that was with advantage. Loading screen simulator 2024. Loading screen simulator 2024. And just to warn you, I am going to take my break before we properly start going to the Baal temple. So, not Baal temple. Is it? Yeah, no, it's a Baal temple. Before we go to the Undercity. So, like, it's... you could probably... come back in half an hour and we'll finally be doing interesting things, like, from now.
A huge polished disc.
Because I'll stay here for as long as it takes to get this Karlak thing done, but...
One used by the Sharons to plunder memories from the
He drops the circlet of... Right, yeah, that was the idea. He was this weirdly intelligent goblin. It's because he ate the circlet, isn't it? He drops the circlet of your intelligence is now 17. Well, that's it. I'm never letting him live again. Was it Lump the Enlightened? Come on, come on, come Come on, come on, please, 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 let me finish this. Just want the fucking pass on the bullshit. Please, 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 please,
polished
please.
disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the Shire
And
of others.
well, Jaheira got it, and she had the same stat issues, so. Please.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror, one used by the
This is the one.
Sharons
This is
to
the one. Do you
plunder
believe?
memories
I believe.
from
This is the one.
minds of
This is the one. This is the one.
others.
She's gonna get a nat 20. It'll be fine. She got an 8 and a 2. Let's not think about that very hard. He didn't eat the circlet. He ate the elf. Well, still works.
A huge polished disc looms before you.
A huge
mirror,
polished
one used
disc.
by the Sharons to plunder memories from the minds of others.
Ah! That's 22. $22. Come on.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A
This is
mirror,
the one.
one used by the
This
Sharons
is the
to plunder
one.
memories from the minds of
This
others.
is not. Oh! I almost reloaded that. I almost reloaded that. You know, that's true. We should have let the ogre barbecue happen and then looted him and moved on with our lives.
You feel a presence,
Thank
dark and ancient.
God!
The mirror's emptiness seems to draw you into a stupefying. You must surrender some part of yourself.
Surrender your knowledge, because clearly it's not doing you any fucking good.
Something precious was surrendered. Still though, for you feel the presence. It seemed where once the mirror showed nothing, there is now
Memories of strength from a long-dead general.
On either side, your ranks start to buckle under the enemy onslaught. You unleash a battle cry and push back, rallying the troops. The memory fades away, yet you feel its influence linger in your body. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated.
All right. There we go.
Work to be done.
Do you have remove curse? We have a scroll of remove curse.
All right. What now?
Yes. Beats grabbing Shadowheart back. There we go. Everybody's got a 22 now. Yeah, the merchant that Jaheira saw with the lost wife. I did notice that. I just didn't. I didn't mention it because I was too busy being really annoyed that we'd gone through all of that and she didn't get a stat boost. But there we go. Everybody else got a stat boost. He's got holes now because I guess Dance Macabre was removed. So how are we for spell? I'm fine. Is Jaheira a bit battered? Yes, but she's still got 4, 5, and 6.
Never a dull moment.
All right.
Whatever it takes.
No time to rest.
We're done here, right? There's nobody else to talk to as far as that. There'll be. We might do a long rest just so that we can have the Shadowheart debrief. And then I'll decide whether or not I'm bringing Minthara. Because my thought is if I don't want Shadowheart's dialogue to get overlap between the next thing I do and... Yeah, we'll do that. Because she'll want to... She said give me a night to process things, so...
Almost pleasant traveling with company.
We'll sleep to get that moving. Oh. Here she is.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here. To see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am.
You turned from Shar. Doesn't necessarily oblige you to come here and embrace Selûne.
True. But too much freedom can be frightening. Lonely. There's a reason why so many are eager to bow.
Shadowheart, are you cold out here?
My family. For too short a moment. Now they're gone. By my hand.
I just... I think he might be a bit cold. They're not truly gone. Remember the moon motes.
I remember. But they can't comfort me. They can't give me advice. They can't tell me what I was like as a little girl.
We'll give her a hug and try not to think about the outfit. What's next?
We carry on. It's all we can do. I'll follow in a while. I think I want to stay here a little longer, firstly. This place isn't familiar, but it's peaceful.
Look, it was somewhat hard to focus. So what is it now, Shadowheart or Genevieve?
Shadowheart. She's as much a part of who I am as Genevieve. Can't just forget her. It's not what I do anymore. Besides, Shadowheart still suits me.
I think we've already had this line.
Even better than before, perhaps. You can't cast a shadow without some light.
I think it suits that scene better, though. Ah.
Never wanted the easy path.
All's well, I hope? Aside from the obvious. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up?
Nothing.
Don't...
I like that the handbag's just hanging out with everybody over here. God, they really do need cleaning service at this establishment. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some food. Please enjoy the singing woman and Minsk's eternal drumming while I'm on my break. When we come back, we'll head to the Undercity with either Minsk or Minthara. I guess cast your votes, because I'm not sure who I want to bring.
drawn, new hands are played, newcomers place above. A knave, a wizard, devil gift, the odds are cast anew, and Baldur's fate now turns upon the whims of fortune's view.
story?
The story is we need to free our friend. I don't actually even know where Lae'zel stands in this camp. We'll get
I have
her.
a lot on my mind.
Thara, do you want to join us?
In it.
Be your last venture with us?
You wish to consult me? Your party is full. Did you think I would not notice?
Minsk, make way.
Then let us go forth and conquer. Or something to that effect.
Did we give her some gear we wanted her to use? I don't remember.
There can be no respite.
Yeah, we have the Sword of Chaos. Have that. Possibly the Hellfire Great Axe instead. I think I like the Sword of Chaos, though. I think that suits her better. Giving her the Sword of Saravok. Look at that fucking thing. That is Sephiroth-sized. Holy shit. Not quite. Nothing is that big. But still. Are we gonna give her some heavy armor or something? She's got the adamantine splint, but it's a little outdated, isn't it? The Blackguard's plate is here. The armor class goes up by 1, but the damage is reduced by 1 less. Makes it look like that, though, which I think is cooler.
Let's move.
We will level her up, I do see that. I just
Let
haven't
there be something green.
gotten up to it yet. Let's give her... some drow colors.
Reporting.
Try this. No, that ain't right at all. Hmm.
Always nice to be wanted.
Try this
By
one.
my oath.
Yeah, I like that for Mandar.
Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
I do forget how to use her. Something smite. Divine smite, I think. But we can get her strength 20. And there's something else we can do with her. Let's save attacker. Advantage on damage roll. Ooh. Well, it's only going to be like one fight. There we go. It's got quite a bit more to gain, unfortunately, but... if we find 11 tadpoles, we can reach her full potential.
All's well that ends. Well, not
But
as
really,
bad
how
as
many
it could
fights
have.
are we going to have in here? Undercity Ruins. Right underneath the hanging corpses. So yeah, we've finished out all these extra doorways. It's just this way now. Orin's victim is right there. Okay.
Here we go.
The vessel returns, most shamefully unleaking. Prove your faith.
I have an amulet of Baal. Let me pass, door.
You hold proof of faith, but to hold and deserve are different. How have you proven yourself in the Dreadlord's eyes?
I slaughtered the murder tribunal.
Unorthodox. But a show of faith nonetheless. Walk in blood.
Oh, you killed our people. Unusual target, still murder. Get in.
Moving in.
Yeah, they're taking the concept of cool motive, still murder, and oh, we haven't done our prep. Most important one first.
Attention!
You cast yours on me.
Can't give up now.
Get our... Myrmidon. And our...
This ought to be good.
Ellie... No, not that. You restore your spell. I said you restore your... I said you restore your... Go. You restore your spell slot.
Still alive. So that's progress.
I cast Kareska's Favor, Bolts of Doom. And I cast Longstrider on everybody. Fuck. You don't really need it.
On my way.
But I'll still do it. Okay. Parchment. To gain admittance to the Baal Temple, you must cross Manslaughter Chasm. But if you are weak, like this aspirant, the Far Slayer will deny you passage. Defeat him or die. That seems like a terrible way to set up a challenge, because whenever somebody passes it, they're going to need a new Far Slayer. That's weird. I guess we went down some stairs. Huh. If this game wasn't so rigid about water, like if this game had some form of water traversal system, you could break into the Baal Temple just by... You know, like realistically, think about it. There's a big hole here that leads right in. Anybody could just walk through that with a bit of swimming and careful, you know. Like you could just clamber along the rock. Like we can't as video game characters because the game doesn't let you. But like, now, like realistically, if somebody wanted to break into the Baal Temple, you just climb, edge, rocks. Congratulations, you're in the Baal Temple. At least on the path to it. Like it's a very ineffective door, is my point. Grimlark, verse 3. E is for Elkan, by Gromnir betrayed. F is first murder, the Baal primate's aid. Gromnir Elkan, presumably. Oh, okay, I guess we don't see shit. What was the DC there? Right. Yes, that was not going to happen. Oh. We have found the Far Slayer. And 3 Reapers of Baal. All which have Sanctuary, Unstoppable. Basically, fuck and you. We have Varnila, Gislev, Flo, and Gruntman. Oh. Right, well, Sanctuary is well and good, but, what if there was a moonbeam up your faces? Unfortunately, we can't get all 3 of them. Could lightning do it? So here's the question. Do we go with a moonbeam on 2 of them because it will hit harder, or do we go with lightning on 3 of them because it will hit all of them? I think there's arguments for both. Do they have evasion? That's a good point. Not seeing it. This guy looks like he's the most likely to have it. They do not have evasion. What about the Far Slayer? What do you got? Stop it. Immune to necrotic. It's about equal. I'm going to choose to hit 3 over hitting 2 then.
Serene she might seem, but nature has claws.
Well, one of them got pretty badly hurt. I should have used this first, hey. Oh well. Oh, I can't anyway. And I can't hit you, you're too far away, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. How are we going to be getting to the far side? Use your flying boots. Uh-huh. We not get up there? She already had to move a bit to get over here? Hmm. Well, she can wait for now. Oh, fuck off. Hang on. When they finish shooting us, I want to take a look at this. Interesting things happened here. Okay. Baal's power word kill ritual. It's a level 9 spell, so fuck off with that. Begins a ritual that will end in you casting power word kill upon the next eligible target you see. An enemy with 100 hit points or fewer to forfeit its meager existence and die instantly. Okay. But its targets... Oh, okay, we all have it. I just saw these two. I just saw these two receive it and thought, what the fuck? Are you just casting it on my, As part of the challenge to enter the temple, the affected entity has become the target of the Farslayer, who can cast Power Word Kill once its profane ritual ends. Exiting the Farslayer's chanting range of 55 meters makes you invulnerable. Slaying the Farslayer stops the ritual and wins the conflict. I guess that red boundary. So this is 6 turns. So he will do nothing for 6 turns, and then after that he will be a problem. He also has Unstoppable 5.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Karlach would have to run until she's able to throw. Should Karlach just dash and start heading there? I don't think there's anything else she can really do. We don't have a... She has a scroll of fly. It is concentration. Does that... Could that get us killed? Let's use a scroll of fly. She could drink a potion of speed to move at double speed. Or she could use a scroll of fly. Do we even have a potion of speed on her? We do. Which one of these is better? I assume the scroll of fly is a better idea. Let's have Minthara fly first. She could also do both. We'll see. Where's... Where does she have ale on her? Where is her fly? There it is. She cannot fly up to here. She can only fly that far. Does that use all of her movement to do that flying? It uses... Right, so she shouldn't walk at all. Walking is not good. Just fly as far as you can. Don't walk. She should just fly there and then fly further next turn. Oh. Hey there, more of you. Devastator Elizabeth and Devastator Stropes. But we're supposed to ignore them. And go for the Farslayer. Well, are you able to attack this one yet? No. So you may as well attack someone up there. Can't really use melee at all. That's you, unfortunately.
I'm heating up.
Potion of Speed is what? That's a bonus action, and the Scroll of Fly is an action. Yeah, she could use both of these. She can fly past that circle, but she can't fly here. Oh, maybe she can. Can you fly over to him? Can you fly up there? Better.
Hup.
What's Aura of Murder? Nah, you still have an action. I think we should just start whacking. Now, it is 5 unstoppable. But she can hit 4 of those right now. The scary thing would be if somebody knocks her off the chasm. Nah, they wouldn't. Wait. Nirulna! Also, his ritual's gone. Oh, this isn't going to be very hard. I think we've figured out how to beat this one, guys. Flylack shall prevail. Oh god, he's gonna fucking die. He might not. He might survive this throw. He didn't. Oh. And it was such a good set piece too. Like, it's an ambush, the terrain is miserable, you got a 6-turn countdown, you got enemies firing at you from above. It's so well thought. It's a surprise round. But and the funny thing is, I did not put a Scroll of Fly and Potions of Speed in Karlach's inventory knowing this was coming. I didn't know they were in her inventory. Yeah, and he got 5 unstoppable charges so that you have to hit him 5 times before you're allowed to deal damage to him. Except Nyrul takes 3 each. Why did it take 3 each? Like, why 3? That doesn't make sense. Like, is it because of Tavern Brawler, like, hitting multiple I don't know. Oh, it's because it's from above? Now, let's get her away from the chasm. The 3 ball dudes are right here, but we can't see them. Let's just have her here where she's less likely to get shoved. It's the normal hit, the Tavern Brawler hit, and the crush hit from higher. That, wow. So it wasn't Nirulna, it was literally anything she threw was gonna break him down. Yeah, I think we killed the Far Slayer, guys. I don't know if these guys are gonna do anything now, but they are still there and they are still looking menacing. Yeah, they just fucked off. Presumably these three will too. I mean, they're invisible, so that's not great. Recall lightning, just dollop more lightning right there. There's two of them. And you can join her. Everybody's flying today. Actually, can you shove as a bonus? Yes. You know, I've never actually done this. Damn. It was worth a shot. Well.
Nature's servant, and yours.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
They have an opening attack? I didn't see it. Well, that's true. They did use the arrows of fire, and that would... Yeah, the...
One day I'll catch a
Dryads, fire weak. Bad.
How high? Just a little further.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Splits apart a bit here, but we can see that where we're going is off to the right.
With a flick of the wrist.
Yeah.
These boots have seen everything.
This is sort of analogous to, the Undercity as it was visited in Baldur's Gate 1 as well. There's also a dozen more dudes that didn't even spawn because I didn't get to the bridge. Flight just skipped everything, yeah. And I mean, that's intentional. They're quite happy to create elaborate set pieces, but also give you a tool that will skip it. But it's a tool that not everyone will have. But if you have it, they just let you feel powerful. Like even even on a higher difficulty, that would have still broken it, I think. Oh, I see. So you can come along and around here to get down there and get the key if you don't have a lockpick in your team. Grimlark verse form. G is for Garion's ward, foe like no other. H is for Helena, shape changer mother. Is Helena... No, I just see Baldur's Gate 3 results. There was nothing in the original games to do with a Helena. I didn't click on the Baldur's Gate 3 results, but I was looking in the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 wiki. Which is the safe one for me to read. When you first did this fight, you realized that your monk could just jump it. Yeah, I think the issue perhaps with the way that fight was balanced comes from expecting you to walk the path and thus tying the enemy spawns to walking the path, because they know you have fly and they know you can bypass it. So while it should be a thing that flying can bypass the terrain just fine, it shouldn't bypass the dudes. The dudes should see you fly. Like, if you think about it logistically, it's like, hey, we've set up this track. Oh shit, they can fly. Good for them. They have power. But now we're going to come out and start shooting at them because they flew past us. Someday we'll do a monk run, but right now it's you're back on your paradox bullshit. Yep, that'll happen. Oh, it was jumping, not flying, I see. Yeah, Monk is another one I'm interested in. I think Monk and Sorcerer have a good chance of being classes I play in future runs because they're not represented in-game. Plus Sorcerer Dark Urge just sounds correct, you know? Although Monk Dark Urge would be funny. Strangler loses again. Strangler Luke loses the Knucklebones cast again. 4th time this 10-day. We all know how much he hates gut bucket duty, so let's line up and mock him while he's carrying them out. Exploits of the Order of Keen Strike. A stained record that alternates between two different handwritings, one thick and measured, the other slanted and erratic. I did it, again, didn't I? Struck keen, didn't I? Picture it. Helm and cloak in, Patriarch stumbles to the latrine, bends over the bowl, vomits everywhere. All I need to do is drop a brick from behind. He's done. A most glorious, most keen kill, my friend, but it shudders in comparison to my recent escapade. Poison was the key, and it was on the key! The poor creature reached for the key to lock her homestead, secure herself, and sealed her fate. We're talking poison, are we? My last one was cooking a stew. Smelled bloody lush, too. Plenty of meat, I think. Reckon it was for a big celebration. Enough to feed a family, maybe even a whole street. Was missing only one ingredient to my estimation. Had it on his cupboards too, right there. Lie. Plenty of lie. Oh, how they gurgled, my friend. Wonderful chorus. Dropped a thin barb of steel into soup. She slurped it up. It lodged straight in the back of the gullet. Choked to death on soup and blood. Found a lonely chef bent over a bubbling vat of broth. It was simple, easy. Just pushed and held his head. Felt like barely a moment passed before he did. The elaborate one-upmanship continues in a similar fashion. So many people died because of these two and their ego. You, character generated a monk Dark Urge, just ready to go when you feel like it again. We'll see if I, see how long it takes me. I've always said I won't start a new game until I'm no longer streaming this. So, it probably won't be immediate. Like, it's an interesting... For you guys have had your runs, but, you know... While I've played less overall, I have had it as a constant for half a year. Which is a strange way to internalize a game, so to speak. Was that everything up here? Were there no other paths out? There's all that, but... Yeah, I think so. This is a somewhat miserable section, this. Lots of winding. I don't think we went in there. But I don't know that there's anything in there. Strangler Luke is one of the people who didn't get to show up. Ah, he's probably better off. Though I wonder if all the people you don't kill here go on to bother you when you fight Orin. Here we are, we cross the bridge. And we come to here with a couple of ladders. This is where you find... path to where the Farslayer was, and he's got nothing, he's got a spear. It's a space problem.
At your command.
Wanna dance? What next?
Yeah, there's nothing actually up here. Ooh. There we go.
What to do?
Wait. I guess the fall... The feather fall didn't hit me.
Very well.
But everybody's gathering together now. And here's the way forward up there.
What's that?
I don't know, but it looks like there's a Not quite. Door there. There's definitely something on the other side here, but... What's here is... Strangle Death Manifesto. Trying to click on it. Really, really doesn't want to be clicked on. You might have to just pick it up. This sweat-blotted letter looks unfinished, perhaps even unsent. To my fellow blood brethren, if you are reading this missive, know that you number among my most trusted confidants. Also know that if you betray my trust, my hands will grip your throat with the steadfast embrace of long-parted lovers. So, yes. Of late, my friends, I have felt a calling when my fingers meet each other around a windpipe. As if there is a voice whispering sweet nonsense into my ear as I tear the breath from my quarry's lungs. I think I am chosen by our Lord of Murder. Perhaps even related. Yes, my brethren, I will stake a claim on my legacy of murder, a throne of blood. I will challenge Lady Orin to her birthright, and if my grip stops her gasps before she flays my skin from bone, I will become Strangler Luke, son of Baal. Note to self, come up with catchier title before sending. That one's rubbish. I mean, good luck, because we're going to kill her before you get the chance, but,
Let's see.
The Lord of Murder shall perish.
But in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos shall be sown in their passage. So saith the wise Alondo.
But in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny.
I preferred the sung version. Hang on. I'm going down there, but what is happening this way? Kind of breaks the flow of the prophecy of Alondo there, but alright.
Hey ho.
No one back home will ever believe this.
And Thara just flying up to join you. What?
True.
You gave me this power, and by fuck, I'm going to use it. Grimlock verse 5. I is for Illicera, Baalspawn fighter mage. J is for Jurgle. Exhausted by age. Now, he's just a bit withered, okay?
What's inside?
Cranium rats. They swarm when an elder brain is near. We must be close to its hiding place.
Really? We don't want to go there yet.
Turn back. We must have all the nether stones before we approach the brain.
Yeah. Huh. Well, you know... What would happen if we didn't? What if I were to talk to the cranium rats?
What's up for discussion?
I find it difficult to talk to them because they won't stop moving! It's like that fucking boss in Kingdom Hearts Days, where the whole point is it's one of those like flying musical ones, and the whole point is that it just moves, like it flies across the map back and forth over and over and doesn't stop, and so you just have to catch it and hit it once and then catch it again and hit it once, and it's the most boring thing in Kingdom Hearts. And the game, I think, makes you fight like 3 of them. I mean, where do we go from here? Like, it's just a dock. Morphic pool.
We swarm, we swallow, we contain.
Where is Spirit Guardians when you need them? Nyrulna would get a few of them at once.
Easy.
Sorry, what's infectious madness? Confuses you. Oh, that's bad.
I won't give in.
On your command.
We did quick save here. I don't know that you have any AoE hit. Let's cleave. You could go over here and cleave all of these guys. Everybody's confused. I don't love that.
Still on my feet.
You just firebolt someone far away. There's entirely too many of these. Yeah, that'll do. Damn. Well, you can get that one. There's still a few of them. You could breathe over here. Okay, step back a bit. The whole party is now confused. Or maybe not. I'm not confused. Jahira's not confused.
The stones call to us. Their bearers will come to us.
Uh-huh. You don't still have recall lightning, do you? No, you don't. If we're willing to hit Minthara, we could kill way more of these guys. Fuck it. Karlach is not confused. That's good. Jahira is now. So where are all of these? You're there. There's quite a few of them in this mess.
Soldier.
And they're all confused anyway.
Sometimes the only way out is
And I can get, like, away. I can get over here.
Don't waste a step.
Put him up.
So just chuck an eye ruler at one of the rats that are there.
Handy.
Now there's only 5. 3 of them are on the elemental.
Jimmy on the go.
Now there's only 2. They're near Minthara. But Karlach's out.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Where the hell are the living ones? Damn. That one is like being protected by a severed torso. I moved too far away. I can't get them. Are we sure? Yeah, well, there's only 2. Minthara has saved from confusion. Good. She can't cleave again. But she has 2 attacks. What? Did she just hit the torso? Fucking here. Pommel strike the last one. There we go. Jesus. Well,
Come, laggards. There is still enough to be done this day.
that
Let us show them how it's done.
Who's next?
Let's get going.
is a thing that happened.
You are not ready. You need all the stones before we can proceed.
Fine then. You think I can't take on the Neverbrain? I mean, come on. I took on 97 rats. Doesn't that prove I'm strong enough to be the big hero and save the day? Isn't that the defining characteristic of day-saving heroes? Is, you know, proficient rat killing? Yes, I know they're all empty.
You wish to consult me?
Evading the Elder Brain.
On everything.
The Emperor, as interrogated by Gortash, Part 3. When we captured you, you were a rogue, an autonomous illithid beyond the power of the Elder Brain that transformed you. That is correct. When we brought you back into the psionic ambit of our hovering friend the Absolute, your defences were overwhelmed, and you returned to your former servile state. Also correct. How did you escape the control of the Elder Brain in the first place? In my original humanoid form, I possessed an exceptionally strong personality. So much so that even after Ceramorphosis, I was still substantially myself. Of course, I concealed this beneath a semblance of perfect servitude. And that's why the Elder Brain was willing to send you out of the colony on scouting missions. Yes, as I told you before. How long did you feign mental slavery before you were able to escape? 13 3/4 years. Until finally you were given a mission to Baldur's Gate, distant enough to be out of the Elder Brain's control. That is correct. Remarkable. That is correct. And you don't mind that we've brought you back under psionic control? I am entirely devoted to the needs of our Elder Brain and of its masters. You're not lying about that, right? Correct. That would be impossible. Gorty? That's not a clown piece, is it? No. We've already got his torso. He doesn't have a second one.
With haste.
It's a head we're looking for.
No traps, please.
Right. Where were we? I believe we were up to, but in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Now the question is whether we just get chaos shall be sown in their passage, or if we get so saith the wise Alondo. Because I don't think the Balinese would be that enamored of Alondo.
Open. We might as well bare our buttocks to every archer within a mile.
If you would like to do that...
Shoulder and hope for the best.
If you would like to do that, Jahira, go right ahead. Me personally, I trust in the power of my warrior women.
Chaos will be sown from their passage.
Do you need like a throat lolly or something? Good God.
Chaos shall be sown from their passage.
Like, you sound really unwell. Oh, hey, there's been some die-ins down there. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. It is the murder temple. But, you know, I'm still... Let's follow the statues. Just because I want to know if what it says next. Because, yeah, it's the Lord of Murder shall perish, but in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos shall be sown in the passage. And the next line is so saith the wise Alondo, but... Let's see if there's a shift here.
Trap. Arranged with some intent.
Yeah, they're sitting on top of blast mines. Can I not? There it is. Whoa! Stop!
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
And yeah, we got so saith the wise Alondo, but why the fuck did everybody move in? When I asked for a disarm. Nobody stepped on a mine somehow. Stop running it! Well, the quick save was here. Oh, look, it barely hurts, but on principle, I don't want to get blown up. Because I don't need to get blown up. Well, I don't. Would you? Now, see, that quote would be, if, it's the middle of the night and it's pitch black and, you get up to get a drink and unfortunately so has Shadowheart. Why? You don't have to move. You got the first one without moving. Just disarm. You don't have to move. Stay right where you are and enter the dice roll. You have that ability. You've done it before. I think it is because the corpses on top of the mines are actually interfering with the target pathing. But then again, that one's okay. That's what I mean. Like if you have to be on the same side, like it's moving you around to there, so that you can disarm this. But I don't know. Here, I'm just going to save after each one until they get done. Let's try this one instead. Maybe this one's less murdery from this angle.
Trap. Saith the wise Alondo.
Yeah, there we go. That's the amount of walking we would expect. That was stupid! What really, really irritates me is that it also it gives you the dice roll prompt anyway. It's rather a little bit aggravating. God, you're big.
Another step forward.
Wait, no, what are you doing going all the way over there? I just wanted to get a less explosive angle for that one. But yeah, I reckon if these bodies weren't on the mines, be no issue. It shouldn't be possible to detonate a trap by asking the game to initiate a disarm. Like that, there should be a hard prevention of that. The character should never move in such a way that the trap blows up unless you're walking manually in the trap's area. Like, yeah, that's fine. Basically, you have to know where he's going to stand. If you know where he's going, it's like what we saw from over here. He ran around to there, right? So he's clearly approaching it from this angle. So long as his path to this spot is unobstructed by the trap, he won't do it. Oh, fuck you. After all this... That is a quote from one of my like 2 Yakuza 0 streams before I gave up on it because I wasn't used to it yet. One day I'll stream the Yakuzas. I've been saying that for 4 years, but still, it's true. $21. That's a lot better than 1. Alright, everybody, it's safe. Bang! It is safe. Lupir Neswain. Can we speak with dead, any of these people?
The corpse has none.
If nothing else, it activates Speak with Dead, so now we can see glows if we do encounter any bodies that do speak. Goxon, Isan Thibault, Hubersa Declencios, Lupir Neswain, Quelat Quims, and Wilting Alex. I maybe shouldn't be this thrilled to see a severed head, but still. Karlak!
Oh, gods. That's got to be Dribbles' head.
Is it still dribbling?
I think that's it. We found all of him. Time to show the ringmaster.
Amelisan the 6th. The effigy of Amelisan who grasped divinity. What use her betrayal? She thought herself perfect, but forgot the one she served. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood. Arin. The Red. It is.
What's hiding?
We do have enough time to go back to the clown's circus today. We could make a brief... Do we have we have that one. Oh, there's one right there. Let's go get that. Yeah. And then we can bounce back without having to walk all the way down from the Morphic Pool. Well, the Morphic Pool dock, I think it was called. There's also chest up there. Check up this way. We're in no great rush. We got. We'll finish soon. We won't go down into the main temple. But we will clean up the clown's loose end and give Karlak a much-needed reprieve from corpse carrying. There we are.
is to come.
Wasn't Alondo blind? I might be making that up, but if he was, then of course he didn't see. Yeah, that looks important. Oh, hang on. Grimlock verse 6. K is for Keen Strike, Baal's Order, great. L is for Leah, Duke Janeth of the Gate. And what does she have to do with the murder monkeys? So there's a path up that way as well. Let's just cut off the loose end. Oh.
Trap. Be cautious.
Ah. The fast travel blocker is for here. Okay. Still, let's skirt around this way and don't walk into the marble plates.
Did not see. He did not know. He did not revel in the glory of what is to come.
Well, they very much want you to hear that speech if they have it play from both paths down. I do like how they've built this based on the ruined city map from Baldur's Gate 1, which was a lot more maze-like and less carefully manufactured, but these structures are reminiscent of it.
Did not see. He did not know. He did not revel in the glory of what is to come.
There we go. The only road left leads into the temple and into Orin. But before that, quick trip to Rivington to send in the clown.
light on my feet.
Look on the hill.
All the refugees. Just like that.
What's the plan? Sorry.
Lucretius! I found your lost property!
Hello again, my vicious little warrior. Any luck finding Dribbles?
This is every part of Dribbles I could find.
Oh, perfection. This is just what I need. His flesh has a few rat bites, and his teeth are missing, but these are minor issues. I shall remake Dribbles better than before, where once he was famous, he will now become legend. And you? Here, darling, a little something from your friend, Lucretius. My circus and I can now finally leave!
You're leaving? Right now?
Not this instant. So should you wish for anything from my staff, be quick. Oh, and if you do take on the Absolute, do try not to end up like poor Dribbles. You are so very pretty, after all.
Of course. And Karlach is inspired? After carrying around an increasingly large number of clown parts for a month, she walks away inspired? Or are you inspired because your backpack can finally get deep cleaned? Lucretius thanked us for our help. She intends to raise Dribbles from the dead. Some improvements. The circus will soon leave Worm's Cross. And we get gloves that will encumber me. And casting a spell that requires an attack roll, you can take a penalty to deal an additional 1d8 damage. That'd be nice, but our gloves of dexterity are somewhat important. So we will not be wearing those.
Such authority.
You can have them, Jaheira. You wearing anything good on your hands? Yeah, the quick spell flinger. I want you to keep that.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Thank you for finding Dribbles, darling. Be sure you don't forget me,
How could I?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Little remains of the person this skeleton once was. Only polished bone and brittle teeth.
Presumably she's going to use a bit more of a souped-up spell for Dribbles, because if he needs to perform as a clown, he's going to have his wits about him. Still don't know why this is a picture of Karlach.
All right. What now?
Right. We'll travel back so that we don't have to deal with 2 loading screens tomorrow, but it is stop time now. So tomorrow we will confront Orin the Red. Hopefully get Lae'zel back and maybe just a little bit apologize to her for taking so fucking long. I'm sure she's been well kept, right? Like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And after Orin, we have Will and Astarion's personal business to take care of, I believe. As well as the House of Hope, which will continue Lae'zel's personal business as well. Shadowhearts is fully done. Gale's, I don't think the quest finished because... yeah. Yeah, just because we met Mystra. He's still tied to Crown of Karsus and stuff. And then Karlax is about Gortash, so...
Meet your elders and learn.
And yeah, when we start tomorrow, we will begin the march to the Temple of Baal, a place Jahira remembers. Because unless I'm incorrect about the exact spacing, this is where the final confrontation is in Baldur's Gate 1, where you fight Saravok in a Baal temple. In fact, do you have anything to say about it?
Never a dull moment.
The cub speaks.
You wish to consult me?
No, not yet.
Hey!
Right, I'll be back tomorrow. Fare thee well, everybody.